My name is Katy Rosche. I am the Animal Control Lieutenant with the Department of Emergency Services in the Animal Control Division. I'm here today to talk about the responsibilities of a pet owner of keeping animals outside during the winter months and what is required of them to properly house those animals and keep them safe, happy, and healthy. A common question we get asked frequently in the winter and colder months is my neighbor or are these people allowed to house their animals, dogs, cats, or livestock outside during the winter months? And the answer is yes, they are allowed to do that. However, there are regulations from the county and state levels that they have to follow in order to properly house these animals outside. Some of these regulations that they have to follow are as simple as providing animals with a shelter, a dog house, something that's weatherproof, something that keeps the wind and the rain and the weather elements away from the animal to keep them dry and warm. When you get a shelter for a dog, it has to be size adequate. You can't have a small dog with a very large shelter. Their body heat has to be able to regulate and radiate off of the walls of the shelter to keep them warm. So you do have to have a size adequate dog house or shelter for your animal to maintain that body heat. And this really does help maintain their health and their safety during those cold winter months, because the cold weather is very draining to an animal's energy and body fat. So once they are not able to maintain their body heat, their health and wellness does start to go downhill pretty quickly. So having that size adequate dog house is an extremely important element for your dog's health during the winter months. Another element to that shelter does need to be bedding in your animal's dog house or in their shelter. This bedding helps maintain their body heat and really does help radiate that body heat from the animal to the sides of their shelter and back to maintain a very warm and cozy home for them when they're housed outside. Some common bedding that I would recommend is straw or pine shavings. These really do help radiate the body heat and maintain it and keep that dog house or that shelter warm for your animal. Another element that they do have to have is water. Potable water can be hard to maintain during the cold months, especially if it is freezing and below that 32 degrees, especially at night, and it's hard to keep that water from freezing. So something that we recommend is purchasing a heated water bowl that you can plug in, and this does help maintain the water temperature to above freezing so the animals still have water to drink 24/7. During December 1st to March 15th, you are required to also have a door flap and or an offset door to your dog's dog house. This does maintain an extra element of preventing the wind from coming into the dog house or wet elements into your dog house to keep them dry and warm. And again, this does have to be on your dog house between December 1st and March 15th, or when the ambient air temperature is below 32 degrees. So you can also have an offset door, so the door is not directly in front of the area where your dog would rest. It would be kind of offset so the animal has to enter the dog house and make a left or a right to kind of go into their area where they would lay down. This also goes for cats and other companion animals that are housed outside. They do have to have proper shelter that is coherent with the county regulations. For livestock, they are allowed to be maintained outside. They do have to have proper shelter. This just provides a windbreak so the wind does not drain their energy and it helps keep them warm. So they do have to have a three-sided shelter, and they do have to have bedding as well. So whether you use straw or pine shavings, but as long as they have something to keep them out of the elements and out of the wind, this is really what's going to help the livestock maintain their body fat and their energy during the winter months. If you have any questions about how to maintain your animal outside, especially during the winter months, please feel free to contact the Animal Control Division office and speak to an animal control officer. They would be more than happy to assist you with any questions or concerns you have regarding your animal's care and their safety during the winter months. The best number to contact Animal Control is 301-609-3425.